Get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Where you going?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go. Right to the 3.
Check me out.
You go tight. What is it?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On first and 10, Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Newton now to throw. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up.
His ass.
Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. You gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
All day, every day, any day.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
K1 short on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 43-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
Browns nothing.
Set. 180. 59. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run.
I got that play somewhere, and I don't even know where the hell it's
One thing
at.
to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield now. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Set. 20. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by K1 short.
Pretty damn good.
You can do one of two things after a
that
penalty.
was
You can
Brian.
hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Mayfield.
Wide
Into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is good. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard
that field was wide open.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they worked this well upfield across the
51 should have had that.
23 yards the pickup there. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. But it's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw, Newton.
No, dude, you're not going to hold him.
He goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
Here we go. 180. Better break. You better break.
On 1st down, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The Panthers have the first.
He went over the hand with it. Watch him.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Newton to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's really where I wanted to go with it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough.
I can't. Let me point this.
2nd down and goal. Newton, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From a yard out, and the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Hey, looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here.
They're wide open.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Mayfield now from the 50. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Dante Jackson picks it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Newton.
Y'all get the fuck open, man.
Again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, let me get that play. Where'd it go? There it is. Fuck it.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing
What are y'all doing? No.
Here's Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty?
If I know that's what I picked,
I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Get on that end zone, baby.
Hilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
That's what I'm talking about.
He'll return it from the 6. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
He pointed.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
He got up pointing like...
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Check.
Mayfield. They'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He said, come get this one, Cougars.
Ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Let him carry it.
Cleaning up some of the
carry
errors.
him about 10 yards.
I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 31, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Check. 59.
From the 44, Mayfield eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bruce Irvin able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with McCaffrey.
Damn!
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 24, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
So we got a good one brewing.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they got a 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Hell, I don't know how he
Give
did.
him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my God.
Williams
Who's got the ball? I'm trying to tackle 23.
Definitely with some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And again, it's Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there.
Damn.
Now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to break our... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains.
Something told me his ass was about to do that shit, man.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Damn, 74.
Here, back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, baby. Get it outside.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Get him!
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. First down, Mayfield. He finds an opening past the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in.
OBJ.
Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 72 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Watch the Sports Center. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And, a crusher there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
He missed that whole damn ball.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 50 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily.
Damage is done.
Yeah, you can.
I need to run back in on side kick.
Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stop your whining.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught.
He caught it.
Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 33 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles.
There, he can go for 2.
Whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about it.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none.
27 seconds. He tell you go for 2 and you up by 3 touchdowns.
Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return.
He
Here
ain't
he gets
put
it
it
out
down.
to the
He's good.
25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here you go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you..."
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
I did. That's why I didn't slide. Yeah, I got to try something. Shit.
Mike 59. Mike 59.
Maybe I could have got lucky enough for them damn.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Regular.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. That's going to be caught.
Okay.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Why is he giving me an off for
I
the
really
do
don't
something?
want to because the old school in me is
Oh,
not happy about
I
this.
thought that was a touchdown.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you where...
What are y'all doing? How long?